What's happening, y'all? Welcome back to another live show. I am your host, Antoine, aka the Bigfella. It is a what turned out to be a rainy Friday night. I was actually set up in the open air studio, and the problem with it being an open air studio is it is accessible to the elements. It started raining right as I was setting up, so I had to rush to get everything down here in the truck, which is why I'm late. So I am sorry about that, but wanted to hop on here and see how everybody's doing tonight. For those of you that are in the chat, I want to welcome you. We're going to go ahead and get the weekend kicked off right with. We're going to start off with a little drink. And tonight we're sipping on the same thing as I was last week, the Crown Royal Blackberry. So we're going to go ahead and pour that and get this weekend kicked off. Put the top on there. I'm working with a little bit of a limited space here, but cheers to you guys. Thank you very much for joining. I want to be taking a little bit easy on that. I do have a cigar as well. Let me make sure I have a lighter. All right. Tonight's cigar is the last Tatiana that I have. It is the rum flavor. Go ahead and get this cut. This is another official sign of the weekend. I need to buy me a cigar punch. The cutter is great, but it leaves all that tobacco that you end up spitting out. Wind this window. Now, there's just a crack. Don't want nobody in here thinking I'm hot boxing. Let's do both. All right. Give me 1 second. I'm just trying to figure out how to turn the sound down on here on my admin phone because I can hear it echoing as I'm talking. All right, testing. Nope, still hear it. Oh, sorry. Everything's connected to the Bluetooth in the truck as well, so that's probably a little bit of the reason why I'm having some technical difficulties. If I would have known it was going to rain, I would have set up in here in the get-go and actually started on time, but Mother Nature was not having it. All right, as soon as I find settings, I am so not used to iPhone. I've been an Android person all my life. My work phone here, my admin phone, is Android. So I had it for a few years, and I'm still getting used to it. Like on my Android, I can hit the volume button and I can turn down all the volumes. But with the Android, if I hit the volume button, it just turns down the ringer and doesn't turn down the phone volume. So I'm just trying to figure that out now. In other news, I am going fishing tomorrow. For those of you that have been following me for a while, I know I do a cookout every year called the Bigfella Bash. This year I'm going to be serving up some fresh catfish for it. So I need to do quite a bit of catfishing in order to have enough fish for everyone, or like a nice big chunk for a chance to have for everyone to have a chance to have some. So you're going to see a lot of catfishing videos from me. I'm going to try different techniques as I get out there, but we're going to do some catfishing tomorrow. I'll probably take the boys with me and see if we can get on a few, come back and clean them. Tomorrow's batch I may eat for dinner because it's been a good while since we had a mess of catfish. So I will probably fry those up, and we'll see how it goes. But definitely going to be getting into some bass fishing. The ponds and the lakes and the rivers have finally thawed out here in Virginia. So I am super excited to be able to hit those waters too. I've been dying for some fresh crappie and stuff too. it's just going to be a wonderful time. All right, I think I figured it out. Yay, I did it. No, I didn't. Something's going on with this phone here. I can't see any comments. Give me a second. I gotta send y'all on a little bit of a roller coaster ride. I finally get to break in that new rod that my wife got me last week. Um, for those of you that didn't see that video is up on excuse me, that video is up on my YouTube channel. I must say that this work week has been pretty light. I wanted to go fishing on Wednesday. I think it was like 60 degrees that day, but I forgot what happened now, but I didn't end up going. For those of you that are on the Simple Life of Bigfella channel, you guys can catch the next couple of videos. I'm going to be making some crab dip and some spinach and artichoke dip. Show you guys how I make it, so you can have that recipe and stuff for the Super Bowl the following week, next weekend coming up. Which me personally, I am. If it's not raining or anything like that, since the Super Bowl's in the afternoon, I'm going to bust out the projector and the inflatable movie screen, and I'm going to have a little Super Bowl thing here at the house. Um, Not sure what I want to cook for that yet. I want to smoke something, but I'm going to try to find what meats I can find. Maybe I'll smoke a pork butt and make some pulled pork. And I have a pork belly. I make some pork belly pops. Man. I'm not a weatherman by any means necessary, any means at all. Turn it off. But I think I got a gut feeling that the weather is about to break. Starting to notice that the nighttime temperatures are starting to rise up a little bit into the 40s instead of here in Virginia, it's been in like the 20s and low 30s. Um, so I'm super excited about that. The water temperatures at night are what's key. Now, just waiting for a few more people to join. Not a lot of people knew I was moving the time to 8 p.m. instead of 10. I know I have some people across the pond UK, Scotland, whatnot that will join the line from time to time. And they said, the earlier I could do it, the better, because they really would like to join. So I decided, that gave me the idea to move it, but I did a little poll on my YouTube channel in the I forget what they call the section, the community section, and a lot of people were. I put up a poll. It said, like move the show to 8, move it at 9, or keep it at 10. It was 100% 8 o'clock, so I was like, that's a no brainer. Let me go ahead and do the lives at 8 and see if we get more people on. And then as the lives start progressing, I'll start moving back to that more structured show where we have like Ode to the Cookaholics, Catch of the Week, and stuff like that. Um, so I'm super excited about getting that ramped back. I've already got the little cutscene for it already. If you caught the beginning of this video, you saw a little new intro. I was feeling very creative during the week, so I went ahead and made like a new intro. That I really liked it. The music to it. Me and the AI software in my editing program came up with that beat. I fell in love with it, so I was like, yeah, I got to use this, and I changed up the countdown a little bit. I don't know if the comment section isn't working. For some reason, when I put the phone in landscape mode instead of portrait, the comment section disappears on me. Layouts. Okay. Sorry about that. I kicked my own self out of the studio, but the comment section is back. I can see the comments pop up on here too, so I know to be able to populate them on from my admin phone here. Mm. In other news, I'm not sure if my Predators are watching or if he plans on watching tonight. I have to go to training in Kentucky, the western part of Kentucky, probably March or April sometime. So you know what that means? I'm going to be kicking off another fishing the 50. Um, I can't wait. I'm super excited. I'm going to be driving my work truck, so it doesn't have a hitch, and I'm pretty sure I'm not going to have room for a kayak to drive. I think it's like a 9-hour drive from here to Kentucky, so I don't know if I'll be able to take the kayak. But you can bet yourself one thing: old Bigfella is going to have most, or if not all, of his rods in that truck somehow, some way, and I'm going to be hitting some bodies of water. I'm gonna buy. I leave Monday. I should get there Monday evening. I might even leave Sunday night, so I can when I check into the hotel at I might even get there and fish until about 4 o'clock, which is the check-in time for the hotel, and I may fish that whole day. I'm going to buy a fishing license that lasts that whole week. I'll have like class Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then I'll have to leave Friday to come on back to Virginia. But I'm definitely going to be trying my best to catch a fish out there in Kentucky so I can mark that off on the map. As it comes to doing some of these other states, like for fishing at 50, like my first plan was to go for bass, but I'm not even 100% sure if all 50 states have bass. I don't know if Hawaii has bass. I doubt it very seriously, but I'm sure they have some fish that's pretty popular to catch down there. Alaska, I don't think bass fishing is popular up there, like really talking about. So I'm probably going to tailor it to each state and try to go for fish that way. Um, Probably go for like salmon or something up there, and not salmon. Yeah, salmon. up there in Alaska, something like that. We are also trying to plan a trip to Washington State to see some friends out there. Um, Not sure exactly when that's going to happen, and I know I caught a fish in Washington already, but I want to go out there and try it again. Plus, seeing the friends, that'd be really really great as well. But I'll tell you what, fishing out there in Washington, absolutely beautiful. I thought the scenery here in Virginia was beautiful, but man, is it pretty out there in those mountains in Washington. Jeff Gerald fishing, yo, what's going on? How you doing tonight? I was wondering if the comment section was working. I was a little bit nervous. I didn't know if I messed up something. I was getting ready to set up on the outdoor studio, but then it started raining, so I had to rush to put everything in here in the truck. Just oops, my seat over there is getting wet. Had to rush in here. Started the show late, so I was like, man. So you're doing pretty good just to finish up a late dinner. Yeah, since I moved the show to 8 o'clock, I had to readjust and do an early dinner for myself and the family. I ain't do nothing too special. I just did a couple roast chickens in the oven, little pasta side, something simple, just to put some food in our bellies. Try to get my charger set up here. There we go. I'm glad you can join us, Jeff. I was wondering if anybody was going to join. I don't think a whole lot of people knew I changed the show to 8 o'clock. I think I'm gonna do it from at 8 o'clock from now on. I did that poll on my YouTube channel, and 100% of the people said 8 o'clock would be a great time to do the live. So I bumped it to now instead of 10. Plus, now that I'm getting ready to get back into fishing real heavy, when I get off the live, I can actually get a. If I get off the live at 10, I can actually go to bed and get a good night's sleep. As to starting at 10, I'd be getting off at 12, and those couple hours, like at my age, really really matter. Jeff said we had some lasagna with some bread and a salad. I'm stuffed, man. Lasagna sounds good. I tried to make a lasagna over like right after like this past Monday. What I did was I normally make the sauce from scratch. I made the sauce and then put it in a crock pot. I don't know if something went bad, but the sauce like it didn't smell burned, but it like started turning brown like it burned. Like we don't know. The crock pot was on low, so I don't know if something's wrong with our crock pot. But I couldn't use the sauce and make a homemade lasagna like I wanted to, so I ended up having to throw something together for dinner that night. But man, lasagna sounds delicious. Just said could be. Yeah, it's one of those. Who makes it? And then again, I really didn't check the crock pot either, so I can't really say it's the crock pot's fault. I'm not 100% sure. It was a crock pot we got from Walmart. It's not the Ninja one that we used to have. I loved that Ninja crock pot that we had. Jeff said, I feel you on the no sleep thing. I can't run on no sleep like I could when I was younger. Yeah, it's starting to catch up with me too. Now I'm starting to become the dad that falls asleep on the couch and then wakes up when like somebody hears me start to snore, and I'm like, I wouldn't sleep. I've started hitting that stage. I'm not going to admit it to anybody though. Yeah, yeah. Just resting my eyes. That's my excuse. I still hear everything around me though, or at least I pretend to. I'm not sure how much you heard on the show of Jeff, like when you came in, but I was talking about there we go. We're back. My Wi-Fi cut out or something. I don't know. I'm not sure how much you heard, but I'm going to do some catfishing tomorrow. Yeah, I was freezing up. I saw my screen was turning. Screen turned black. A little hourglass thing popped up or whatever. And yeah, I think we're back with the program now. But I got to go break in that new rod my wife bought me last weekend. Um, I think as a thank you, I was gonna. I have a cookout every year in May during Memorial Day weekend. I call it the Bigfella Bash. I'm thinking about serving up some catfish for everybody that day. So I'm gonna start now and start catching catfish and cleaning them and freezing them, so everybody can enjoy some catfish and whatnot. But I want to start tomorrow. But I think tomorrow when I go catfishing, I'm going to actually clean it and serve it up for dinner. That's my wife's favorite fish to eat. So as a token of my appreciation, I think I want to catch her some catfish and fry it up for her. Just that nice. I love to do some catfishing every once in a while. I grew up catfishing. That's all my dad lived when he was younger. He lived walking distance from the Rappahannock River, so going out for catfish and rockfish, striped bass, as most people call them. That's all he knew how to do. I like with the help of YouTube and some of the other YouTubers on here that taught people how to bass fish. I kind of I got into it, watched their videos, and taught myself how to bass fish and crappie fish a little bit. But yeah, I want to go ahead and get some catfish for her, fried up for dinner if I can, and the rest of it I'll start saving for this cookout. Which I'm debating on if I want to go live during the cookout this year or if I just want to put out a video like I did the past couple years. I may go live for it for a little bit, but the only thing is I can't really control what everybody says. Um, and sometimes some of the conversations could probably get me demonetized. So I don't know if I want to go live just yet during these, but it'll definitely be a video, that's for certain. Suggested, oh yeah, you got to get the wife some fish first, then start putting some fish back for the big fella bash. It'll probably be easier to do a video on it. May need to edit some things. Yeah, um, it's like I'm gonna admit the for the most part of it, it's a really chill event. Like the kids play in the pool, have a moon bounce out for them. We'll be out here playing cornhole. Used to have a horseshoe pit and all that good stuff. But as it gets darker, and the people with kids start to leave, the adult party starts to happen, and let's just say a little bit of this comes out, which leads to other things like I had people jump in the pool. I don't want to say I won't even want to say half naked, but they took off a few articles of clothing that made some people uncomfortable, and they went ahead and jumped in the pool. They were quickly escorted off the property after that. But Big Fella Bash is pretty fun. It's pretty epic. Just said, yep. Once them cups come out, then you take a little walk back with your cousins. Yes, sir. I got you. Yeah, yep. Take that walk. That's when the rest of the food disappears too. There, I think it was the last Big Fella Bash. Like I had people like the cookout always happens on a Saturday, and we usually had too good a time. We'll be out here till like sometimes 3 o'clock in the morning because at the end of the cookout, well, I can't say end of it. Like when it starts getting dark, I have a bonfire. Like I'll say mini bonfire. It's probably like a 10 foot by 10 foot circle, maybe 12 foot circle of bricks, and I have a bunch of brush and logs and stuff in there, and all like that bad boy because it starts to get dark. And we'll sit out there and let that burn. Sometimes it lasts like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, and we'll be out here and just having a good old time. Did that last year. Went inside. Everybody left. Went to bed. I came back outside, started cleaning up, and this is where I appreciated a lot of the people too because um, people that came from far away, they actually get hotel rooms right down the street, and they actually like woke up the next morning and came back and helped me clean up. So I went ahead and fried some fish, and me being all social media savvy and whatnot on YouTube, and I got Snapchat and all that stuff. I was posting snaps because I was frying some fish and cooking some other stuff. People started showing up again, so I had a little fish fry on Sunday. Nobody, the red cups didn't come out though, so it was like Big Fella Bash Part Two. I think this year though I'm going to do something different because I feel kind of bad that people have to pay, um, pay to get hotel rooms, which are usually kind of expensive because it is Memorial Day weekend. So I think I'm going to extend the invite. If you have a tent and you want to spend the night, you're more than welcome to pitch that bad boy here in the backyard and sleep and wake up in the morning and whatnot. And but yeah, like if I had the room inside my house, like grab a couch, grab a bed. But the in-laws usually they come down. They live about an hour away. They come down, and instead of leaving like all early for the cookout, they just because the cookout's over, they just spend the night here and they take up the couches and the all the free beds and whatnot. Can't big fella, just don't burn the yard down. Yeah, please don't burn my yard down. I would love for these big fella bashes to continue even after I'm gone. I'm sure my kids will keep the tradition going. At least I hope they will. So I have a little bit of a confession to make about the. I can't remember if it was the live show last week, but yeah, I think it was the one with Jeff. Um, I didn't realize I had drank quite a bit of these drinks, and I was fine and all, but my wife said as soon as I got in the room and I laid down, I was out like a light. I was like, oh, I didn't realize I was a little tipsy. And Jeff said, man, I caught about half my backyard on fire one year at our old place. Had to call the fire department to come out. Man, that's wild. It's you had a little barn burner. Yeah, I got the swimming pool full of water. Then I always drag the water hose and lay it out there by the fires, just in case things get a little bit hectic. But yeah, I think I went back and watched the video. I think I had like four of these, and I drink these straight, and I'll fill the glass up above the ice ball. So yeah, I was a little bit tipsy. I'm not going to lie. Just said, dude, it was bad. It almost got to one of our. It almost got to one of our sheds that had a bunch of old propane tanks in it. Yikes! Yeah, that could have ended bad. But I tell y'all what, though, I'm excited. Like, I always get excited to do a lot of cooking, like I do for this big fella bash. I'm still trying to decide on what I want to do for the menu. I'm definitely doing catfish, and everybody that comes to it would not forgive me if I didn't serve brisket. I gotta do at least 2 or 3 briskets every year. If I omit that, it's probably a wrap for me. Nobody's going to be my friend no more. Nobody's going to come to the big fella bash anymore. Like, the people will probably unsubscribe for the channel and everything. Like, if they're not subscribed, they'll subscribe to the channel and then unsubscribe from it just so I can feel it. If I do not serve brisket, so I know I got to keep brisket on the menu, and I'm gonna do catfish. Last year I actually did a crawfish boil that turned out pretty good. Everybody enjoyed that. But the only thing with the crawfish is I live up here in Virginia. I mean, some places have crawfish, but I think I ended up getting like 20 pounds worth of crawfish, and I had to get them shipped in, and they only deliver Monday. I think it's only Monday through Thursday, maybe even Monday through Friday. But with it being Memorial Day, they couldn't get them to me Friday. They had to be delivered to my house on Thursday. So I put them on ice. I purged them. I did everything I could, and I felt like almost half of them were dead by the time it was um, excuse me, by the time it was time to cook them. Um, Although there's still a whole lot of crawfish left, to cook. But I felt kind of bad with all those crawfish dying off. Yeah, it only delivers certain days in a certain place. I was lucky enough to where they actually shipped them to my front door. They put dry ice around them. I just couldn't keep them alive like I wanted to. If I could have got them delivered, I think I got them delivered Thursday. If I could have picked Friday morning and purged them all day Friday, I think they would have been fine. I think it was just that extra day. We used to do 1 or 2 every year, but I might have done one in a couple years. So you had your own little Jeff Jamboree going. I love it when people have big cookouts. If you can't tell, I really love alliteration. Like I call my cookout the Big Fella Bash. It's just not me, more the wife's family. We've got a few campers out on the river at this campground to use. Everybody comes out. Man, that sounds pretty cool. Should be out there cooking out and have a little fish off, if you will. It's kind of the same thing. My wife's family in Nebraska, they had this. Some of them stayed at this campground on this lake, and we drove I think 24, 25 hours out there, and it was their grandmother's 80th birthday. If I'm not, it was her grandma's 80th birthday, if I'm not mistaken. So we drove out there for. They had a surprise birthday party for him. We actually got to hang out there. I didn't get to fish or anything like that, but the campground I did. That's always fun, especially when it's near water. Yeah, I'm really super excited about having to go to training in Kentucky in March or April. Get the fish. I'm gonna fish out there for sure. I need to research and see how much the fishing licenses are for a non-resident. They're usually higher than the resident fishing licenses. You guys probably get the because I think Pond Predator stays out there in Kentucky as well. So we'll probably link together for a day. I also need to check and see when daylight savings time is too. I want to say it's in March or April. Maybe it's May. I don't know. But if I can get if that happens and it starts getting darker later, that'd be even better for me because I'm pretty sure the training will last till about 3 or 4 in the afternoon, and I'll just leave there like immediately, hop on the water, and get some content for y'all. Just said, yep, it's right on the Hiwassee River. And we take a little boat ride down to Chickamauga and fish. Chickamauga, man, I got to get down there and fish that. The neighbors are across the street must be looking for something. They got a whole bunch of flashlights up. I can't believe it started to pour down raining right before I went live. Just to holler at me if you make it down and fish it. I'll come out and fish it with you or something. Yeah, I'm game for that, man. I am definitely game for that. Just that, man, it's been raining all damn day here. Same here, man. Like, my dad does construction, and he called me a couple times. It was like, yeah, rain got me in the house today. Can't believe that, y'all. We are 47 minutes into this live show. I'm still working on my first one. I'm doing good. I was like, I'll admit, I was kind of embarrassed. Like, when I came, like, woke up the next day and I looked at this bottle and saw that it was like, um, almost, it was a little over half gone. I was like, man, I really put that bottle away a little bit. Like, I rewatched the end of the live to make sure I didn't embarrass myself. I was like, okay, I did good. I did good. There you go. Sorry about that. I had to disconnect from my Wi-Fi. But yeah, Jeff said, man, that's why I don't drink much anymore. If I get the liquor, I gotta watch myself. I'll keep pouring drinks until that bottle's empty, or I'll fall asleep. Yeah, I'm usually trying to be a little careful myself. Yeah, I must have been feeling really really good. Like it was my first like joint live, and it felt like it went successful. So I was just pouring them up. But other than that, I'm really not much of a drinker outside of the live shows or if I'm at a cookout. Another thing I do not get about Wi-Fi. I mean, I called the my service provider once before, and I was like, the internet it keeps freezing up, and my Wi-Fi is not satellite or anything; it's all hardwired to the modem, and I even have um like my TVs near the modem in the living room. I have everything hardwired. I made the cabling myself. I'm pretty good at making Ethernet cables, Cat5 cables. Um, Everything's all hardwired. Everything kept freezing, so I checked my cable. Cable was good, of course, and called the service provider, and they were like, "Yeah, sometimes the rain will make things slow up." And I'm like, "Everything's hardwired. It's not satellite based. If it was satellite based, I could see it slowing things down because there's obstruction between the satellites and the receiver here at the house. But everything is hardwired, so I don't understand how they could say it's all it's because of the rain. I didn't like I don't believe it. But next thing you know, a new modem showed up at my house and with instructions on how to get it all set up. Now it works like a champ. What internet do I have? I have a company called Atlantic Broadband, and if you're from where I'm from and you follow like some of the community pages I follow, everybody complains about it, but it's all we have here. I mean, we have like satellite based internet, out here, but days like tonight, it wouldn't be any good. But yeah, I have Atlantic Broadband, and they're the only like cable style internet that we have out here. If we can get some files, I'd be really cooking with gas then. See, it looks like the rain is starting to ease up a little bit. I want to see what time this rain stops because I want to get a nice start on this catfish tomorrow. Whether it's supposed to be raining until like 1 o'clock in the morning. Great. So it's going to be pretty muddy out there on the river tomorrow, but it is what it is. Just that our county is supposed to be bringing fiber out here. I'm not going to hold my breath. Yeah, we've been holding our breath for some fiber too. It hasn't happened yet. Oh man, I do not know what that was. Oh, my sister-in-law was backing up. really hoping it's like I hope we have like a dramatic warm up phase here pretty soon. Um, get this boat ready, like February, March. The yellow perch start running in some of the creeks around here. I really, really want to get on some of those. Next week's weather, check y'all's temps going to warm up a bit. I did notice that, especially the night temps. Like the day temps, like those getting high, they interest me a little bit. But I really, really like the night temps, how they're looking. I think like here, like the past couple weeks, they've been in like the 20s and lower 30s. They're supposed to get like mid 40s starting next week. So I'm really, really excited about it. Um, sorry, the kids are texting me, so I'm texting them back real quick. Okay, oops, there we go. Southeast Tennessee, that's right. I was like, I didn't think you were from Alabama, but then you said Chickamauga and stuff like that. I was like, oh no, he's a little bit further north than that. So, about how far you are from Bristol, Tennessee? Reason I'm asking, I'm looking at I want to try to knock out. Uh, okay, he said about 4 hours. Okay. Reason I'm asking is because I'm looking to try to do. I feel like it's a kind of a lofty goal, but I want to try to hit 5 different states this year for fishing the 50. If I do the training on Kentucky, I should be able to knock that out. I've done North Carolina and Maryland already, so I'm looking at West Virginia, Tennessee. I did Pennsylvania. Oh, it's at 2 hours and 40 minutes GPA. Okay, so you're not too far at all. But yeah, I've done. I would like to try to get some of the states that I can drive to in a day, and maybe even like spend the night overnight and then drive back the next day. Um, but I'm looking at Tennessee, looking at West Virginia, Delaware. I can get there in about 3 or 4 hours. So that's doable. I did Pennsylvania already, and New Jersey. So that's what West Virginia, Tennessee, Delaware. Um, I'd like to try to hit Georgia, but Georgia's probably at least going to have to be a weekend trip. And haven't. I mean, I'm doing Washington, but so I might only get 4. I want to try to do some of these states that I can drive to. Some of the more southern states like Florida, Alabama, um, Mississippi, all those, I'm kind of nervous to do. Um, Afraid of the gators. Although, like I see people fishing out there all the time, it seems like they don't have a care in the world. I don't know if there's some secret that they have. Yeah, I do need to fish to all the SEC states. I was kind of upset that there wasn't an SEC team in the um, college football championship at all, the playoffs. I think, man, like usually got Alabama, all of them in there, Georgia. There you go, call it fishing the SEC. Yeah, NIL killed college football. Everybody transfer for money now. Yeah, that they are. I think that's. I've been in Alabama since I met my wife. Her dad's a huge Alabama fan, and I started liking the way they played. But I think that's why Nick Saban pretty much left because he didn't want no parts of the NIL scene at all. Man, they're making more in college than they would in their rookie contract in the NFL. Yeah, I've noticed a lot of them started staying longer now. I will say though, this new college the playoff bracket they're doing now, it seems like it's giving everybody a little bit more of a fair chance. Like, what was this Notre Dame's first being in the finals? Could be a thing in the long run if it helps them finish their degrees instead of leaving early for football. Yeah, I agree because I watch um, Nightcap on Uncle Ocha. They talk about after players are finished, they really don't have anything to fall back on, especially if they didn't finish their degree or anything like that. Um, some of them even end up bankrupt. That money plus the degree can't beat it. Sure can't. Sure can't. I wish I could have done something like that in college and made that much money and got my degree. First time since 1988. That's what I thought. It was either they haven't been or it's been a really, really long time since they have been. But it was nice to see some of the other teams in there that you don't normally see. I think Penn State went pretty far in it. Like I'm drawing blanks on who was in it now. Dude, people can say what they want about Ocha. Dude was freaking smart with his money. Man, was he? If you watch the show, I'm pretty sure you saw the segment where he said he like slept in the stadium like for the first year or two, I think. He said, "Hey, I got a shower here. I can hook up the PlayStation in the one of the conference rooms or something like that. Shower, eat, and it just saved his money." That's one of my favorite podcasts and stuff to watch. Truth be told, like um we're like two totally different niches. They do sports and stuff, and I'm more outdoor and cooking. But I think if I were to give somebody credit on like what got me started with the live show, I think I would have to give it to them because I'm like, man, they make this look fun. And then I said I'm gonna try it out, and I'm as the live show gets bigger, I'm actually going to start doing segments and stuff like that. I tried it before, but I really wasn't getting much involvement. So I kind of cut it out for now. Just kind of made it like a weekend kickoff slash hang out with me kind of deal. But I really would like to get in. Have like segments and stuff like that. Like I have catch of the week where I was showing people's catches and ode to the cookaholics, so showing everybody's like dishes they cook throughout the week and stuff like that. I'm gonna get to that, but I'm gonna wait a while, let the live viewership build a bit before I start kicking that off again. I even was doing a segment on asking Bigfella. People were asking hunting, fishing, cooking questions and stuff like that. But I've had a couple people hit me up for like relationship advice, stuff like that. I've actually helped them out. So even people in the chat like was commenting and helping out too. So I felt like it was kind of like a community thing, like we were watching out for one another, giving each other advice. So yeah, I think the live viewers will pick up as it warms up more. Yeah, and that's what I'm toying with too. Is like, um, that's why I got the studio on the back porch, and like even like having special guests on, like when Jeff was on last week. Pond Predator was on last week. That helped the viewership out some. I may even start doing like live interviews and stuff like that too, and having them kick back as well. Um, yeah, you name it. That's what I kind of want to gear the live source show to more. And right now, I do both of my YouTube channels and my personal Facebook page. Uh, um, I may cut out the Facebooks. But I feel like people like easier to get on Facebook than it is on YouTube. Yeah. So I'm probably going to keep it on Facebook. I'd be more likely to sit outside and watch the live when it's warmer out. Yeah, I feel you on that. Kind of get into the live, you know what I mean? Yeah, I got you. Okay, I got you. Um, my ready to get back in this kayak this year too. I'm actually in the process of making a homemade kayak trailer to make it a little bit easier to like load and unload the kayak in my Silverado. I only have like a 5 foot bed there, so can't really have 6 foot of kayak hanging out of the back of this off the tailgate, and rods and reels and tackle and stuff like that. So I'm going to get that situated. Well, wife just got back from the. Go ahead, and give her a kiss real quick. I'll be right All right, I'm back. What's going on, Chris? Chris, you ever seen a boat in the $10 hole? I want to put mine in. Man, I put my boat in that $10 hole all the time, man. Um, I had my last boat was I think it was a 15-foot B bottom. I was able to get that in and out of there, and then this fiberglass one. It's a little bit heavier, but I can still get it in there. And hell, I got the iPilot trolling motor, and the bass boat I have now is a 14 footer. It is a bass style boat. I can get that in and out of there just fine. I will say, if you're backing your boat down in there, back it to if you're looking at the if you're standing on the boat ramp, kind of back it off to the right. There's a stump or something. I hit it before it knocked off one of my lights to the left. So if you back it in there, off to the right, it does drop off a good little bit in there. So it gets it off of the trailer. Got a gas motor. Uh, I would still think that'd be fine. Um, I can't remember if I took my boat had a gas motor on it too, and it stopped working. I think I took it out there one time and I have an issue. Um, yeah, I don't know. I think it'd be. My gut tells me it'd be fine. It's the boat ramp is kind of like got the big gravel in it. And I got to work on my live scope skills. Yeah, that's the place to do it, especially with all the brush and stumps and stuff in there. Yeah, man, I need to get down in that $10 hole. I'm gonna go beat the banks for some catfish tomorrow, but I think no, I can't. They can't take the boat out unless I take the boat out Saturday, next weekend. I'm probably not gonna be able to do much fishing because you got Super Bowl on Sunday, or see if these Eagles can take down the Chiefs, or watch the Super Bowl right here in my backyard on that projector screen. So be able to beat them. Think of another place that you could go, like that live scope would definitely pay off. I've taken me and a buddy of mine, Darren. He had live scope on his boat before he sold it, and we've he lives out in near Gordonsville. He took his boat out to Lake Orange, and we used it. We saw fish all day long, but we just for some reason they're just pretty hard to catch out there at Lake Orange. I don't know if it's the pressure or what, but we saw fish. Like we were even using a live scope and jigs and stuff, and the fish were like nosing right up to the bait and then just swimming off. Like you could see all that on there. Um, Lake Orange was pretty good, like with the live scope. I know the $10 hole would be good too. Um, where else have I fished with his live scope? I can't. I think he had live scope on his. Sorry, the neighbors across the street are yelling. I think he had live scope on when we went to Curtis. Um, saw a lot more stumps than we knew was there. Fish all around them bad boys. Curtis is kind of hard to fish too. I've caught him out there a time or two though. Pretty nice ones. if you do go, but there have been times where like I wasn't quite used to my boat yet. I've had to like get in the water. So I took me some rubber boots that came up pretty high, like almost to my knee, because I had to get in the water and assist the boat up on the trailer a little bit. And now you got me thinking. I'm like, dang, do I want to go crappie fishing tomorrow, or do I want to stick to catfish? I owe the wife catfish, so I think I'm gonna do catfish. I think that had me debating on if I want to pour me one more before I go in. Um, I'm gonna go to a shot. I don't want to drink too much. If I gotta take these boys tomorrow, I definitely don't want to be feeling all awful. But cheers to you. Yeah, that sip was kind of warm. Huh. Somebody just texted me about a plane crash in Philly. I'm gonna Google that. Um, as you all know, there was a helicopter crashed into an airplane just a day or two ago, right here in DC. Yeah, I'm looking at the articles now. Reports of a small plane crash in northeast Philadelphia. Philly plane crash, live update. 6 people on board small plane en route to Missouri. Man, we're praying for all those involved in that. Man, mentioning this right here on the live show. This I think this just happened. And this is like a live update. I never thought I'd see myself be a like a live news person. And a lot of these articles are like 5 minutes ago, 6 minutes ago. Man, oh, this one's like 2, 3 hours ago. Plane with at least two aboard crash. Wait, hold on. This one says 2 people aboard. The other article says 6 people on board. And we already got some conflicting information. Let's see. Who do we trust? Do we go with Fox News says 6 people, as well as CBS says 6 people. Who said 2 people? WHYY. I don't know who that is. But all right, let's go with CBS News. I'm kind of emergency crews are responding to an explosion in Northeast Philadelphia after a small medical jet crashed in the area of Roosevelt Boulevard and Cotman Avenue. Philadelphia police confirmed to CBS News Philadelphia. The medical plane, a Learjet 55, was going from Philadelphia to Springfield, Missouri, leaving the Northeast Philadelphia airport when tragedy struck. Plane crashed into a neighborhood outside the Roosevelt Mall just moments after leaving the airstrip at around 6:07, and that was like 3 hours ago. First call went out to officials at 6:12. Man, this is wild. Man, praying for those, man. I'm still praying for the people that was in the DC crash with the involved with the helicopter. Now we got this. See, sorry, I'm still reading. United States Secretary of Transportation Sean Duffy said that there were 6 people on board at the time of the crash. According to a statement from Jet Rescue Air Ambulance, 6 people were 4 crew members, a pediatric patient, and the patient's escort. Man, not a man. At this time, not the first survivor. The company continued adding no names are being released until family members are notified. It's unclear at this time if they were ejected or able to escape. There are several injuries reported on the ground, police added. The FAA and National Transportation Safety Board are investigating the crash. The NTSB will be the investigation. Man, pediatric patient, man, that kind of breaks my heart a little bit. Sorry, I'm texting people back to put me on to this. Hello? Oh, sorry, people at the trust guy where my wife is. And the messages are going crazy. Sorry about that, y'all. I figured I would let people know if they didn't know. So prayers to all those in Philadelphia um, involved in that crash, people on the ground, and then that man. Yeah, how do you transition from something like that to back to your regular scheduled program after finding out something like that? Man, that's devastating. Man, well, definitely praying for those y'all involved in that. That's all I can say right now. Not a whole lot of other details have been released yet, but definitely keep your eyes on the news and see what happens with that. So, almost 9:30. I'll probably in the live show around 9:30 and stuff like that. I eat groceries and stuff in and get ready for tomorrow. Hopefully we'll get on the best of catfish and make the wife happy by putting them on the dinner table and whatnot. To be honest with you guys, I'm probably going to be putting quite a bit of the fish I catch on the dinner table this year. Catfish, crappie, um, and as controversial as it is, I may be putting a couple bass on the dinner table as well. I have noticed that a lot of the places that I go fishing at, the bass look super skinny, like it's like too much competition in there. Um, so like lakes like that, I definitely want to call them out and try to do my part in the conservation and helping some of these bass grow by taking out some of the competition, especially like those lakes that I find that have like a slot limit. Oh, I'm gonna take as many as I can out of there. Heard that that helps lessen the competition, so the bass have more forward to go after and they can grow. So I'll show you some of the recipes I do with some of the bass I actually kept before. Of course, deep frying always works, but I might stuff some of them and like bake it, grill it, and all that stuff. Um, I have caught bass before. There's like bass that I knew for a fact wasn't going to survive if I released them, so I kept them and put them on the dinner table. I didn't put that part on video because I know it's such a controversial topic, but I'm beginning to start to think more like a conservationist now. I don't really fish tournaments, so if a bass is not going to make it, I deem that it's not going to make it. I'm bringing that bass home to eat. And if they're like slot limits on lengths, or if I find that the bass are a certain length where they're not a certain length, meaning they're undersized, I'm taking some of those bad boys home too. Um, Trying to get some of these lakes to be able to grow some bigger fish for my kids when they go fishing and when they get older and take their kids. Main reason why I want to keep bass. Plus, I'm also on the hunt for that PB this year. 5 pounds, 1 ounce is what my PB was, and I'm looking to break that this year. So definitely got to get to it. My wife is sitting over here in the truck next to me. They have all the lights on, but I can tell they're watching me. I think she's waiting for me to get off the live so I can help her take the groceries and stuff in, which I'll probably go ahead and get off here pretty soon. Go help her see if she brought any kind of desserts over. Oh, I don't see the light over there in the truck anymore. So I think I am going to end this live show here. I want to thank y'all ever so much for stopping by, having a drink and a cigar with me to kick this weekend off, and listening to me rant for an hour and a half. Hopefully, going to be getting back to the regularly scheduled program with the structured shows here in the future. Um, if you would please, if you're not subscribed to any of my channels yet, with Big Fella Outdoors and Simple Life with Big Fella, please hop over there and do so. I would greatly appreciate it. Um, if you want to follow me on any of my other social medias, whether it's Facebook, you can follow me on my personal Facebook page. And somehow got switched to not like a fan page, but instead of add, you can send me a friend request if you want to. I'd probably accept it. But there's an option that you can just follow me. You can do that. If you want to follow me on Big Fella Outdoors on Facebook, Instagram, um, Snapchat, it's Twan BC, TWAN BC. So it's Tango Whiskey Alpha November Bravo Charlie. I'm on Snapchat. I post pretty much every day while I'm doing stuff out in the world. So you can definitely follow me and catch up to what I'm doing. Uh, I may actually even go live tomorrow while I'm on the water. We'll see how things pan out. Um, and see how muddy the banks are because I'll probably take my tripod and stuff and I'll go live while I'm fishing out there and you guys can hang out with me while I catch the catfish. But that's going to do it for tonight's show. Again, pray for everybody involved in the Philadelphia crash, all six of those people's families. So definitely do that. And I will catch you all in the next live show next Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.